Welcome to Learning English with Captain Binoy Varakil, Assistant Professor, Department of English, St. Joseph's College, Calicut. Today we discuss the novel Echo Maker, and we go for an analysis of the novel, a critical appreciation of the novel. The plot of the Echo Maker sounds like a riff on Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Following a near-fatal driving accident, a man emerges from a coma to accuse the woman who claims to be his sister is not really his sister, but an identical look-alike imposter. Mark Slaughter is not suffering the consequences of stumbling into an alien invasion involving pods, however. He is a victim of a real-life condition called Capt syndrome, which manifests itself in symptoms of people suffering under the delusion that actual elements in life they know are no longer authentic. There are many directions a creative writer could take this neurological intrusion into one's life, especially down the paths leading to paranoia and treating fantasy like reality. Author Richard Powers chooses to follow an alternative path which only becomes clear with the introduction of another important character. Gerald Weber has a best-selling author and celebrity in his field by establishing a template for diagnosing the causes of exactly the strange kinds of conditions such as Slaughter suffers. However, times are changing as technology reveals concrete neurological causes behind such behavioral extremities, and these advancements in the field are now threatening the reputation that Weber has built up over the decades. In fact, the specter of becoming as obsolete is in a field he once dominated soon has him questioning his very identity. After all, if his theories are disproven, then he is no longer the person he once was, even though he hasn't changed at all, but the world around him has. Get it? What is your identity? Is it constructed mostly of the memories you have and the emotions they stimulate and the opinions they help to form? If that's so, then what happens if a traumatic brain injury takes away some memories and your emotional reactions become different and you develop alternative opinions afterward? Which is the real you? The one before or after? Likewise, is your identity based less on what you do than on how people think about what you do? What is the real identity at stake in this familiar example? The serial killer who has decapitated and cannibalized 20 victims over the last decade, or the nice quiet guy already ready to lend a helping hand described by the neighbor who lived next door all the time. Self-identity is a fragile thing subject to being altered every day in ways that range from hardly even detectable to completely altering our lives. But the really scary part is no one really knows what identity really is. If it is basically about memories, then what does it say that 50 or 60 or 70 years of identity can be completely wiped from existence almost in the blink of an eye? Likewise, how tangible is one's sense of self if it has been built upon a lifetime believing what others say, think about us, only to eventually discover their deception? These and other questions, many other questions, avoid the perceptive and attentive reader of the Echo Maker. Thank you.